One of the hottest, fastest, badass cars in the world, Bluebaugh Racing, the head cheese, the brains behind the whole operation. Deborah, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Hey, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I hope that wasn't too much of an intro. I went a little overboard. I apologize.
It was great. For the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, we really love that.
You guys have been on a tear now. I didn't get to find out how you did this last weekend, but before you talk about that, let's talk about the West Coast Hot Rod race up at Bakersfield.
Hey, we had a fantastic time at the West Coast Hot Rod Association race in Bakersfield, and the Auto Trader Monte Carlo actually won that race.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so, you were just speaking about sponsors and stuff. I put out some press there for the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, and some of the guys that don't normally get press. We had 3 classes break their own records, and so we got that out there for them. Roger Holder, David Bowman, and Mike Pritchard, all setting records there at the West Coast Hot Rod.
Well, before we go on, I think we should give your driver a little credit. Kelly's doing a wonderful job behind the wheel.
Oh, yeah, Kelly's doing a great job, trying to get that reaction time down, working in the pits on the car. He spent a lot of time before that race looking at the 4-link in the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, and I think that was a lot of our problem. We were really stuck in the low 60s, high 50s there in the car for a while, and now we're down in the low 50s.
Well, your car really seems to be working good, and it seemed like you guys did it the smart way. You kind of took baby steps, well, maybe bigger than baby steps, but you took steps. You started it with a reasonable ET, and then you just kept chipping away, and going faster and quicker.
Hey, we have to. It's one step at a time with this car, and he really has. It has been one step at a time. And most important for the Auto Trader Monte Carlo is just consistency. If you can run that car down the track consistently with the same time, you're just going to win some races, even if you aren't the fast guy out there.
Now, one time, a few races back, you had an issue with actually blowing the window out of the driver's door. Have you got that under control now?
He's got that under control now. We had, actually the door on the Auto Trader Monte Carlo had been previously broken, and we didn't know that. So we had to have a friend come over. He's a pretty good fiberglass man, and reinforce that door, and we tightened up the window locks on there. So yeah, that's not going to happen again. And just a repeat on that for people who didn't catch the first time, we experienced 1.5 G's of lateral force when that window blew out of the car.
Wow.
1.5 lateral. That's not pushing back in your seat, just as a for instance. That's sideways.
That's sideways. So, Kelly did a great job with the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, keeping it under control with that to contend with.
Well, that is great, and kudos to him. Now, what happened this last weekend at the PSCA Las Vegas race? How'd you guys do?
Well, we put a new clutch in the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, and we struggled with that through testings and qualifying. Qualified in at a 662, which put us 5th. And we've been fighting this saga all year, I swear. We lost by a fraction to the AccuFab Cougar of John Mahovitz in round 1, but we put down a good time. We put down a 652, lost a little bit on the whole shot. Mahovitz ran a 653, and it was nose and nose at the end. Neither driver knew who won the race till they got out of the car.
Well, that's not bad considering just how well that AccuFab Cougar's been doing this year. I mean, he has really been just kicking butt all over the place. So you got a tough racer there, and hey, if you were close to him, that's pretty good still.
That is pretty good. I tell you, the turbo cars were on a real run and have been all season long. Not only is John Mahovitz running fast, but Giuseppe Gentile put down some good numbers. He ran, forgot exactly what it was, something in the 30s and the 40s. So, this year for the Street Car Super Nationals, we've got some cars that can really contend. So we're looking forward to that.
Now, Deborah, is your car a turbo car or a blown car?
No, our car is a nitrous car.
Oh, a nitrous car, okay.
It's a nitrous car, and we've been putting a little bit of more and more nitrous in that car to get it down down into the 50s, and we're hoping to get here the Auto Trader Monte Carlo into the 40s, because that's really where it needs to be consistently to compete, especially with all the people coming for the Streetcar Super National.
And now, can people still see your race page in the Auto Trader magazine?
Absolutely. The Auto Trader magazine has been great. We published every week in all of Arizona and New Mexico. In the custom sport car antique trader, you can find a picture of our cars with all of our sponsors on that page.
You know, Deborah, I'm doing a series on how to get sponsored, and you're one of those people that really are doing so many things great. Do you know how many people see that Auto Trader ad?
It depends on the month. It's anywhere from 80 to 120,000 people per month that see that.
Oh, that's good. Those are good numbers. Those are very good numbers. Now, what other, you mentioned that the page showcased all of your sponsors. What other companies are sponsoring the car?
Well, I have, of course, Speed Scene Racing here with me.
Nice, yeah.
Doing some media trade, and I want to highlight LopersSpeed.com. They're a local performance shop, and they have an online parts store. If you need to order mail order parts, if you please bring up LopersSpeed.com, give them a chance. They do good business, honest. They'll get things right for you. We have Hughes Performance with us. W.W. Williams, which does large diesel repair. Mickey Thompson Tires. SI Valves, and, of course, Magnafuel. Very good.
Very good. Well, you're a great team, and you got a lot of stuff going on, and we're really happy to see that win up at the Bakersfield event.
Oh, we're really excited about that. You know, with that win, we have a really good chance of winning the championship for the West Coast Hot Rod Association with the Auto Trader Monte Carlo. In fact, their finals of the season is going to be October 4th and 5th in Sacramento. If you happen to be anywhere near that area, come on up and see us run. A lot of pro cars are supposed to be there for that event. So we're excited about that.
And now, Deborah, are you going to be at the, I think I asked you before, are you going to be at the Streetcar Super National event in Las Vegas?
We're really shooting for that. That's a top priority for the Auto Trader Monte Carlo and the rest of our sponsors, with everybody coming from all over the country to be that. Things have been tight. We've nickel and dimed every race, but that's important to get there for our sponsors. So, yes, that is a top priority.
Well, that will be in Las Vegas in November on the 20th. Through the 23rd, and it looks like every fast car in the country, and even some from out of the country, will be there coming together to race. So it'll be a great event to have you at, and you know, the WFO team would be a great addition to the show.
Yes, we're really looking forward to that. You know, we've been there every year, and the first year the was it the first or 2 years ago? The WFO car was in the finals. Missed it by a hair, but yeah, it ought to be great. You know, it's just really grown. You know, if you want to come see the Pro Mods live, that's the place to be.
And your car's a lot more competitive this year than it was a couple years ago. So
absolutely.
You guys have a good shot at it. Deborah, thanks for telling us all about what's new with the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, and of course, congratulations on the big win up at Bakersfield. I love that track, and I'm sure you probably do now too.
Absolutely. Hey, and thanks for having us on Speed Scene Live tonight.
Our pleasure. It's great to hear from you always. Call in anytime.
Thank you.
Well, Bruce, it's great to hear from Deborah, and you know, we mentioned we're going to do a deal tonight about how to get sponsored, and Deborah's an excellent example about doing all the great things, doing everything right.
Yeah, in fact, one good thing to point out that Deborah's really good at, and it's not a gimmick, this is how you treat your sponsors, is the very fact that she's very careful, and, you know, again, it's not like she's trying to pull one over on anybody. She calls the car. It is the Auto Trader Monte Carlo, and she makes sure that that's the case because, you know, that's part of a good steward of sponsorship, as it were.
That's right. In fact, that video clip that Bruce was showing while she was talking was actually put together by Deborah to highlight her car, and it wasn't just about her. She showed a bunch of the other racers too. But great job on that video clip, Deborah.
Yeah, thanks for that. Some great stock footage, as they say in the industry.
Excellent. Hey, Bruce, you're not a racer anymore. Now you're in the advertising and marketing business, and you happen to race.
Yeah.
So your whole idea, your whole purpose is to get that name out. Now, how do you do that? You're racing. That's good. Deborah came up with a great idea. She hooked up with Auto Trader. That's great. Media is an exceptionally good place to come. For example, Speed Scene Live. Deborah comes on here. Now she's getting all those sponsors. She mentioned LoperSpeed.com. She mentioned Auto Trader. They're on the show. It's not about winning races. It's about getting the name out. And that's what you need to do. You know, it's good to win a race.